We did a video a couple weeks ago on the SOTY race so far, and so we thought we'd bring everyone up to speed. People are pretty heated for this year's race, so let us know below who you got for SOTY. Last time we talked about who was in the running. People like TJ Rogers, Braden Hoban, Nicole House, Big Nakey, T-Funk, Louis Lopez, and many more. But in the last 2 weeks, it's becoming clear that it's boiled down to 2 people. And we think it's Tyshawn versus Nyjah, or as Tyshawn wrote, it's Do-Rag versus Lil Tights Man. This is one of the greatest rivalries of our time. East versus West, Biggie versus Tupac, LeBron James versus Steph Curry, or the Flames versus the Oilers. The thing is, it's like the first day of prison. You gotta choose a gang or you're gonna die. Are you East versus West? Or are you talking do-rags, tight pants? What are we doing? In order to help you decide, we took their year so far and we put it on a scale. We also have to point out that Louis isn't out of the race yet. He still has another part dropping with cons before the end of the year. Before we get into it, remember this is Thrasher Skater of the Year. So anything you do that helps promote the mag and its brand might help bump you up a few spots. Talking interviews in the mag, parts on their website, covers, and wearing the merch in your parts or photos. So it kinda doesn't matter whether you let out 10 amazing parts on the barracks, it won't be voted the same as if you let out 5 unreal parts on Thrasher because it's Thrasher Skater of the Year. It's interesting to note that Nyjah didn't have a Thrasher cover this year. We think that bodes well for Tyshawn. Let's start with Tyshawn's year so far. He had his insane Thrasher cover with the kickflip over the death-defying subway gap. Also in that mag, Tyshawn did a full Thrasher interview. You have to think, he gave Thrasher an exclusive into his life, one of the biggest pros of our generation, and they get to see it. That's another huge +1 for Tyshawn. On top of the cover, he dropped his Hardies part called The General. This features some of the craziest power and pop that any skater has. I don't know that there's anyone that could pop as high as he can. If you watch that part, his ender was a switch ollie over a picnic table. Now, an interesting fact is that switch ollie was the cover of Thrasher in 2021. Then his ender in The General, he's wearing different clothes. So he obviously got the photo, went back, did the ollie for the part. Then haters on the internet were saying that the switch ollie didn't count because he migrated to the left or the right. So last week, he went down to California and on Instagram, he switch ollied it again in a 3rd outfit. So you know it's all different. How many of you guys know go and refilm their ender for Instagram just to shut up the haters? Now let's talk about the new Supreme video that just dropped, Play Dead. This is one of the most anticipated videos of the year because every time Strobeck lets out a film, people are talking about it. Whether you love it or hate it, it doesn't matter, they're talking about it. The thing is, people either love or hate Strobeck's films. Are you Strobeck's fan or is he sus? Let us know below. Play Dead has an all-star cast, and Tyshawn, get this, has last part. He put a hurting on the trash cans of New York. What other pro could front heel over a trash can in a line? Plus, he nose blunts up the pyramid ledge, switch big flip front board a handrail, and of course, his ender was the beastly kickflip over that train gap. The thing is, these Supreme videos are ones that define a generation, and we all know what happened when he had last part. In the last one, he got SOTY. This year's been nuts for him already, and get this, tomorrow he's got another part with King Skateboards. We really hope that this video has a part from Nikel and Zach as well, but either way, we're ready for Tyshawn's heat. Now let's take a look at Nyjah's year so far. Earlier this year, they released Disorder Skateboard's Disruption video. Nyjah has some heavy clips in that one. He released a 50-minute documentary about his life called Life on Video. That was on the barracks though, so we're not really sure whether Thrasher will consider it. A few weeks ago, he released an 8-minute part called Rough Cut on the barracks. 2 weeks ago, he released a part called Shine On with Disorder, which had so many hammers in it, including a fakie flip nose grind on a handrail, and he ended his part with a backtail down an 18 stair rail. If you look back, that backtail was on the August 2020 cover of Thrasher. Does that cover count? I mean, it was 2 years old, but it was still a backtail that came out on footage this year. So this week, he released his Need That part with Nike SB, and it was over 12 minutes long. Honestly, seriously, like stuntman work on handrails. It was insane. We're talking about nolling into a 20 stair handrail in a line, a barrage of new tricks on Clipper, a bunch of NBD handrail tricks like nollie heel backsmith and switch heel frontsmith. He even has a 16 stair big spin front board just tossed into his part like it was a filler trick. That would honestly be an after like a fade to black trick in anyone else on this planet's part. This part was also promoting his 3rd shoe with Nike SB. Let us know below honestly what you think of the shoe. After that part, he's got a full interview in Thrasher, but it's January 2023 issue, but it dropped in this year, so I don't know if it'll count. And after all that, he's got a 6th video coming out, we think, this weekend. The crazy thing about this is he's done all of this and he's been injured for a huge chunk of the year, laid up with both of his knees messed up. If you watched our last video, we didn't even consider him a contender for this year because he hadn't really put out anything and he's been injured. We thought next year was his year. So let's recap these boys. On Tyshawn's side, this year, there. He had a Thrasher cover, a full interview, his Hardies General part, his Supreme part, and his King Skateboards part. That's 5 very solid points in his favor. Also, Tyshawn has the cool factor. Everyone knows it, no one can deny it, and let's be honest, Thrasher cares about that. So that's 6 points. Let's recap Nyjah. He had a Life On video, which was on the barracks, not sure if it counts, and a rough cut video that was on the barracks. Again, not sure if it counts. Doesn't mean it wasn't gnarly, but Thrasher might not consider it. Then he had Disorder Disruption video, which definitely counts, that's a point. He had Disorder Shine On part, which counts, that's a point. His Nike SB Need That part, that's a point. He had a Thrasher interview, which we're gonna say we think counts. And he has one more part. It sounds like we said there was 5 points, but realistically, he put out more footage than any skater this year. So they really are neck and neck. All right, you've heard it all. Let's weigh in. It's really hard to compare these two. It's like apples to oranges, 2 different types of skating. Tyshawn's doing nollie half cap heel over garbage cans, which is crazy, and Nyjah's backtailing 18 stair handrails. Like, how do you compare that? Either way, never in my 33 years of living on this planet, skateboarding for most of them, have I ever seen this much footage drop in 1 month. This last month has been crazy. So many insane tricks. So us as consumers and skateboarders, we all won. We're all winners here. It's honestly so hard. They're both so cute. You guys have to chime in. You have to help us figure it out. At the shop here, we've all got money on different people, and we're voting, trying to get rich off gambling, but it could go any which way. Let us know below who you got money on. Is it Tyshawn? Is it Nyjah? Is it Louis? I don't know. We've also made a poll on our YouTube community page. You can hit the link below. Guys, I'm Levi. This is Shred Shop, connect you to skateboarding, and you just watched the SOTY weigh-in for 2022. Stay tuned for comment of the week. Oh, we got a spicy one. It's on our 9 skateboard brands that came back from the dead. It's from my dog, the Clip Keeper. He said, hey, nothing wrong with pushing Mongo in Switch. That's a pretty hot take. What do you guys think? All you Gen Zs and then all you millennials, let us know below. You might have different opinions. Push Mongo Switch.